Often hailed as the black diamond of luxury cuisine, caviar is more than just a delicacy. It's a symbol of prestige and sophistication. With its rich, buttery flavor that melts effortlessly on the tongue, caviar has won over even the most discerning palates worldwide. A 1-ounce tin of this prized delicacy typically costs around $120. But what makes it so expensive? What sets it apart from other gourmet foods? Join us as we uncover the secrets behind this ultimate luxury indulgence. Salted sturgeon caviar is one of the world's most luxurious foods, made from the roe of female sturgeon. What makes premium caviar so rare and expensive is the time it takes to produce. To savor its exquisite flavor, one must wait anywhere from 14 to 20 years. The Caspian Sea, the world's largest inland body of water, bordered by Russia, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Iran, and Azerbaijan, is home to some of the most precious sturgeon species. Among them, the beluga sturgeon is considered the ultimate source of the finest caviar, renowned for its superior quality and value. Today, 3 primary sturgeon species dominate the caviar market: beluga, osetra, and sevruga. Of these, beluga caviar is the rarest and most expensive. Depending on the species, sturgeon take between 7 and 20 years to reach maturity and produce the highest quality roe. When fully grown, these fish can measure between 4 to 6 feet in length and weigh around 120 pounds. Each sturgeon carries about 10 to 12% of its body weight in roe, one of the key reasons why caviar remains an exclusive delicacy reserved for the few. Unsurprisingly, overfishing has pushed wild sturgeon to the brink of extinction. To meet demand while preserving the species, sturgeon farming has become a crucial solution. Raising sturgeon in controlled environments not only helps protect these rare fish, but also ensures a sustainable supply of caviar for the market. Today, global sturgeon farms produce approximately 28 tons of caviar annually, allowing connoisseurs to indulge in this exquisite delicacy while safeguarding the ecological balance of our oceans. Let's explore one of the largest caviar-producing farms in the U.S., Marshallberg Farm, a premier supplier of high-quality caviar based in North Carolina. Upon entering the farm, you'll see large indoor tanks, where young sturgeon are bred and nurtured in a carefully controlled environment. This setup mimics the fish's natural habitat, but with the advantage of no natural predators, significantly increasing survival rates. Water temperature, nutrition, and quality are meticulously regulated, providing the optimal conditions for healthy sturgeon growth year-round. One of the farm's standout features is its advanced water filtration system, which uses small plastic biowheels to enhance filtration efficiency. With a much larger surface area compared to traditional filtration materials, this system ensures clean, high-quality water, creating the best possible environment for the sturgeon. Each year, Marshallberg Farm breeds up to 2 million juvenile sturgeon. A single female sturgeon can carry between 300,000 to 800,000 eggs, with a hatching success rate of up to 65%. Beyond caviar production, the farm is also dedicated to beluga sturgeon conservation. To date, they have donated over 160,000 juvenile sturgeon back into their natural habitats, contributing to the restoration of this endangered species. When sturgeon hatch, they are fed a high-protein pellet diet, ensuring they grow strong and healthy from the very beginning. Feeding the fish costs up to $40,000 per month, a significant investment. Particularly with beluga sturgeon, it takes 5 years just to determine their gender. At this stage, the fish are sorted and moved to outdoor artificial ponds designed to provide ideal living conditions. These ponds feature a continuous oxygen supply system, allowing the sturgeon to thrive. After 10 years of being raised, sturgeon grow to at least 3 feet long and start carrying plenty of eggs. They kind of look like mini sharks. At this point, farm workers carefully lift the fish and perform an ultrasound on their abdomen. This ultrasound helps assess the reproductive status of the female, evaluating the development of the ovaries, egg size, quantity, and overall quality. Based on the results, farmers can determine the optimal time to harvest the caviar or continue raising the fish for breeding. This method ensures that eggs are not collected too early when they haven't matured, or too late when their quality has declined. Fish that do not meet the required standards are returned to the ponds to continue growing, ensuring an efficient and sustainable farming process. The sturgeon is handled with professional care to ensure that no internal damage occurs. It is gently placed into a small sling, then hoisted onto a vehicle and transported to the processing facility. At the facility, the fish undergo a high-pressure water spray cleaning process, using specialized equipment to remove all surface impurities and maintain absolute hygiene before moving on to the next step. Next, the sturgeon is skillfully opened. The RO sacs inside are extremely delicate, so workers must handle them with precision to extract the eggs without causing damage. This process requires expertise and accuracy, as even a small mistake could lower the quality of the caviar. Animal welfare is a major concern in aquaculture. Here, a humane, stunning method is used to ensure that the fish do not suffer. The sturgeon is lifted, and workers swiftly deliver a precise blow to the head using a specialized hammer. This process renders the fish unconscious within 5 seconds, preventing any sensation of pain. Compared to wild-caught fishing methods, this approach is considered more humane. In the open ocean, fish are often hauled onto boats and left to suffocate over an extended period. Nothing goes to waste after the roe is extracted. Every part of the sturgeon is carefully utilized to ensure maximum sustainability. The protein-rich sturgeon meat is cleaned, skinned, and cut into smaller portions. It is then slow smoked at a controlled temperature for 8 to 12 hours, allowing it to retain its natural moisture and rich flavor. This slow smoking process enhances the taste, creating a delicious and highly nutritious delicacy. If you're curious about the flavor of smoked sturgeon, it's somewhat similar to turkey, but firmer and much more flavorful. This isn't surprising, considering the fish has been raised for a full decade, allowing its meat to develop a naturally firm texture, sweet richness, and buttery depth. Have you ever tried smoked sturgeon? If so, what did you think of its flavor? Once extracted, the sturgeon roe is separated from the fat sac using a delicate handcrafted technique. Workers gently rub the roe over a fine metal mesh, allowing the eggs to separate from the membrane without breaking. The roe then falls into a collection bowl below, where it is carefully gathered. This entire process is slow and meticulous, ensuring the highest quality. Sturgeon roe is classified into 2 main grades: superior and classic. Superior caviar is the premium grade, featuring larger, firmer eggs with a lighter color and a distinctly firm texture after salting. This is the most sought-after caviar among connoisseurs. Classic caviar is also high quality, but the eggs tend to be slightly softer and darker in color compared to the superior grade. In terms of pricing, superior caviar is sold at a wholesale price of around $700 per pound, while retail prices are significantly higher. Meanwhile, classic caviar is priced at approximately $550 per pound wholesale. These prices are undoubtedly steep, but they reflect the decades-long, intricate farming and processing efforts that go into producing this luxurious delicacy. Once separated, the sturgeon roe undergoes a thorough rinsing process. This takes place in small basins, ensuring that all the eggs are evenly soaked while impurities and debris naturally float to the surface. At this point, the water is carefully drained, quickly but with extreme precision, to prevent any eggs from being lost. Think of it like rinsing rice, except in this case, it's some of the most expensive grains in the world. The entire washing process is repeated 4 times. During the first 2 washes, the rioué is cleaned using a special solution containing water-softening agents, which helps maintain the egg's natural plumpness and firmness. The final 2 washes use only pure, clean water to remove any remaining impurities or residues, ensuring that the caviar is flawlessly clean and ready for the next stage. After the roe has been thoroughly washed, workers conduct a meticulous quality inspection. The simplest yet most crucial method is direct taste testing. This allows them to evaluate the flavor, saltiness, and texture to ensure that every batch meets premium standards. In addition to tasting, workers use small tweezers to carefully remove any defective eggs. Low-quality eggs are typically whitish or lighter in color than the rest, and these are meticulously picked out to maintain the uniformity and excellence of the final product. The salt used in the caviar curing process is molossil, a pure sea salt that helps preserve the freshness and delicate flavor of the roe without overpowering its natural characteristics. This light salting method ensures that the true quality of the caviar is maintained. The exact ratio of salt added is 3.5% of the roe's weight, a perfect balance that enhances the caviar's aroma, extends its shelf life, and prevents it from becoming too salty. The salt is sprinkled directly onto the roe, and workers carefully hand mix it to ensure even distribution. This hands-on mixing process allows workers to feel the texture of each egg, ensuring uniform salting. When mixing, they gently reach the bottom of the bowl and bring the lower layers up to the top, making sure every egg is evenly coated. The firmness and elasticity of the eggs can be felt during this process, a key indicator of high-quality caviar. All measurements are precisely weighed using electronic scales, ensuring absolute accuracy in the salt-to-roe ratio. After salting, the caviar is chilled for approximately 6 minutes, allowing the eggs to fully absorb the salt. During this time, the salt helps draw out excess moisture, which is then drained once more. After the caviar has been fully processed, it is carefully packaged into round tins, typically made of metal or high-quality plastic. These specialized containers are designed to preserve the freshness of the caviar, shielding it from external contaminants and ensuring its premium quality remains intact. During packaging, the caviar is gently placed into the tins to avoid excessive compression, as too much pressure could damage the delicate eggs. However, the lid is lightly pressed down to eliminate any air pockets inside. This step is crucial because the presence of oxygen can cause oxidation, which may negatively impact the flavor and overall quality of the caviar. Once the tin is filled, the lid is sealed tightly with a thick rubber band, creating a vacuum-like environment until the caviar is ready for sale. This not only extends shelf life, but also allows the caviar to develop a deeper, richer flavor over time. Each tin is labeled with key information, including the type of caviar, production date, expiration date, and manufacturer details. Interestingly, the design of caviar tins has remained nearly unchanged for decades, as it has been perfectly optimized for long-term preservation without compromising quality. This meticulous packaging process ensures that by the time the caviar reaches consumers, it retains its freshness, perfect texture, and signature flavor, living up to its reputation as one of the most luxurious delicacies in the world. And that's a wrap. You've just taken a deep dive into the entire process of making sturgeon caviar, one of the most luxurious delicacies in the world. Have you ever tried caviar before? If so, let us know what you think of its flavor in the comments below. If you're curious about how ice cream is made in a factory, be sure to click the link in the description or the first comment to check it out. You'll be amazed by the fascinating steps behind creating a scoop of creamy, delicious ice cream. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends so they can join in on the discovery. And of course, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our next exciting videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.